What up, nerds? Bubble Boy N7 here, coming at you with a gamer grade review for Sunset High, a game coming to us from a brand new studio, Turn Up Games. Sunset High drops on Steam on July 23rd, 2025. Your crush is missing. They texted you last night, and now you're reliving the same day over and over. Welcome to Sunset High, where drama, dilemmas, and time loops collide in this narrative driven 2D adventure. As always, I grade games based on 7 categories, each of which is averaged together to give a final grade or GPA. So here we go. For language arts, which is story writing and characters, this game got an A minus. As a high school counselor who is subjected to the intricacies and chaos of what it is to grow up in post-COVID American high schools, the writing in this game was impeccable. It was not contrived, it didn't force trendy lingo, nor did it try to do too much. The classroom this game takes place in and the students and educator who fill it are all expertly crafted. The banter between students and teacher is spot on. I couldn't help but feel for the poor educator who was just trying so hard to teach quantum physics while the teenagers in her charge were more concerned with who farted and insisting on using the bathroom for purposes that included everything but number ones and number twos. The way clicks and rumors rule the world is so well done. The story kept me guessing until the end, which was very believable, aside from the whole time-bending aspect, if not a little anticlimactic. Next up, math, which I gave an A minus. Is it worth your time? Is it worth your money? This game will set you back $12.99 on Steam, and I'd say it's a perfect price for the experience. I ended up clocking in at a little over 10 hours, but I did a hard reset to my timeline, mostly out of curiosity, about 2 hours in. I also tried to do a little more digging for bugs and alternate timelines for the purposes of this review. The developers say 6 to 9 hours, which is about right. If you're just wrapping up a 40-plus hour epic and want something that will keep you entertained for single-digit hours, this game is definitely worth your time and money. Next up, for science, this game earned a C, and that includes level design, bugs, user interface, and HUD. I had a few crashes and some quirky bugs throughout that were not all that troublesome. However, I did have one major bug at the end. Luckily, I was able to hop onto Discord and tell the developer, and it was fixed within a day, so that was pretty cool. One definite criticism, though, is that I wish the fast forward and rewind mechanics were quicker. A major part of the game is the detective personas that your character has to adopt throughout the day. Leveling each up gave you the ability to further dialogue branches and thus uncovering new wrinkles in the story. It was cool, but something felt a little lacking to me. Each persona could be leveled up 1 point at a time, and changing personas would result in losing a point from another persona. But the numbers didn't match the included health bar below each one, which was kind of confusing. All that said, the entirety of the programming and game design was done by one person, so keep that in mind. Up next, social studies, which earned a B. This is world building, setting, and IP usage. I would love to see another game in this universe, as the high school setting was so well done. Again, the classroom this game takes place in and the students and the teacher who fill it are expertly crafted. Turnip Games included a QR code to a supporter page for them to start another entry, shown here, and I'll link the site in the description below. Up next is art, which earned a B. Art style, not just graphics. The art style, which is a 2D retro 8-bit mixed with some other cool twists here and there, was done in full by one guy, which I find very impressive. It worked for me. For music, it earned a B-, and that includes all things sound. Each NPC having their own music playing during dialogue was really cool, but their voices, which are just synthesized chiptune sounds, started to wear on me after so much dialogue. Following the trends from the other categories, as you can probably guess, the sound design and music were done entirely by one person, who rounded out the 3-person dev team. So considering that, I was ultimately impressed. Finally, PE. Is it fun? This current game earned a B-. If I haven't said it enough, I'll say it one last time here. This game was created entirely by 3 people, who I believe were all brand new to the video game industry. As somewhat of a burgeoning content creator myself, I'm extremely impressed by what Turn Up Games has done here. One measuring stick that the Nerd Chat likes to use for fun is whether or not we would play this game again. And the answer for me is yes. I was able to earn 21 out of 38 achievements with absolutely no help whatsoever, and I'm intrigued about fleshing out some of the other characters' story arcs, so I'll be keeping it loaded onto my ROG Ally for sure. Finally, the last thing I can say about the fun factor is that it never felt like work or a slog to get to the end. Every time I was right on the cusp of thinking I was stuck, I was able to pull on the thread a little more and keep the narrative moving. So the overall final grade for Sunset High from Turnip Games ended up clocking in at a 2.95 GPA, which is a B average. Considering a 4.0 is the best score you can get, Bubble Boy in 7 and the Nerd Chat definitely recommend this game. See you online.